welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about the most random collection of makeup perhaps ever. Probably not ever. I'm sure there's another collection that's more random. But before September of 2018, before September of 2018, like not even 6 months ago. Getting close to 6 months ago, but not really more than 6 months ago. This was these items here. Here they are. This is all the makeup I owned before September of 2018, before that fateful sick day when I watched an Elisa Ashley video and then just continued to watch them and other makeup videos. This is what I had before. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about how I got these things and why I got these things and how, for the most part, I still don't use them. All right. So you might have noticed the Fenty products. Very beautiful. I have the Universal Gloss Bomb. I don't really like gloss. I don't like wearing it. I don't like the way it feels on my lips. But when Fenty came out, Rihanna is so cool, and I just thought everything was so pretty. And I went to Sephora, and I was like, these are some pretty things. These are some pretty things. Let me pick them up. So I did. I picked up the Gloss Bomb, and as I said, I don't really like gloss, so I don't really like it. So you know when Fenty came out, so this is how long I've had this, and it's about here. And 9 times out of 10, I've put it on and then looked at it and gone, no, and just wiped it off. So I'm going to put on a little bit here. And I just, okay. So I didn't match in the foundation at that time. So I got a stick. First of all, wait, let me stop for a second. I love that. So that's why I got it. So one of these sticks is in Cocoa, which I did not use very much when I got it. I got it and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll use it. But since I've been wearing makeup, for the past few months, sometimes I wear it as a stick foundation, and it looks, that looks pretty good, right? That's a pretty close match. So that's what I use it as. Now, under my eyes or around my mouth, let's do that since I've got it here. Actually, just do that. Well, now that I put this in, I have to blend it out. But before I get the blender, now that I put this in, I have to blend it out. Hold on. So this is a cheat. This is something I got after. And we'll talk about that later. But, so that's, it's not bad. It's a little bit tacky, but it might dry. So this was the Cocoa. The other stick I got was the Cinnamon, because it was really pretty. I'll just swatch that on my arm. You can barely see it. That's generally, in the past, that's generally been a good sign of what I like in makeup. I can barely see it, which sounds crazy. I'll do it on this one too. Yeah, that's just pretty. It's just, I don't know how else to describe that other than pretty. I did not wear it a whole lot when I bought it. I can put it here now. I'm not, and I know you're supposed to put it on your hand or whatever to warm up the product and blah, blah, blah. I've watched those videos too. But I just don't use it a whole lot. Although, now that I've swatched it, That's really pretty. Anyway, so those were probably the most recent big ticket item purchases I've made. I loved this Benefit liquid highlighter, I guess it was. I didn't know it then. Didn't really pay attention. I'm sure I was somewhere and I tried it on and I was like, that's really pretty. And I bought it and I used it and I bought it again and I used that up and then they discontinued it. I don't remember which one it was. It was one of those, just the little ones in the shiny bottles. It was like a rose gold. It was really pretty. I think the key word you should listen to here is pretty. I really like pretty. Whether or not it looks pretty on me or it makes me pretty, if it's pretty itself, I still kind of want it. But anyway, after they stopped using that, I didn't like any of the other ones they had from Benefit, so I rebought something that I'd used years ago, the MAC Stroke Cream. I bought this and I don't use it. I used it before. I bought it and when I say before, I mean years ago. I bought it a couple of times. I put it on now and I think, dear God, what did I look like when I was walking around with this stuff on my face? Because I don't think it looks that good right now. So anyway, I had this. Also MAC, I had a MAC pencil called Dark Out. I kind of like it. I'm putting this over the lip gloss. It's kind of nice. It's fine. I rarely used it, or I would use it and then I'd forget about it and then I'd find it and then I'd go, oh, I like this, and I would use it. But, and I think this is the second time I bought this. But yeah, I was just as likely to lose it and not use it and not think about it. I have a Laura Mercier eye base in wheat. I don't remember buying this. I'm not even sure I bought it. It might have been in like one of those Sephora VIP sets or something. I don't remember using it before. I use it now. It's one of the things I put on my eyelids as a base. This is actually eye base. I also use some, not highlighters, I also use some concealers as a base for my eyes, my eyelids. I don't know how I feel about any of them on my eyelids. Maybe I like this, maybe I don't know. There's certain things about makeup after, I don't know how many months of wearing makeup, but after September, October, November, December, January. So after like 4 months of wearing makeup, there's still some things I'm like, but okay. And this is like a separate product for an eye base. Is this something that I really need, or can I just use concealer? I mean, I do just use concealer. I know a lot of people use concealer, but is this really better? Are the concealers good? Sometimes I feel like they cake up and then the eyeshadow cakes up and I don't know. Anyway, I've got this. Don't know why I have it, but I do. Don't know when I got it because I wasn't wearing eyeshadow. So yeah, the more I think of it, the more I think I probably got into the VIB rewards thing. Okay, so with Sephora, I used to go there all the time, but because for a while, that was the only place I could get Carol's Daughter for the hair. I don't know. So I started using Carol's Daughter when I lived in Brooklyn, and it was a storefront smaller than the studio apartment I live in now. It was tiny. I started using it then, and then for a while, I could order it directly from them, or I could get it from Sephora. So I would get it from Sephora, and I would get all of these points. That's how I think I got this, because I know I was not wearing enough eyeshadow, or anything around my eyes, other than maybe mascara, to spend this much money on a base for the eyes. Okay, that was too long. Okay, here we go. Okay, the next thing I've got one more cosmetic, but I'm gonna skip that because I still use it. I still use it a lot. So the brushes I had, ooh, I'm missing one. Hold on. The brushes I had before September of 2018 are just as random as the makeup. I have this, it's ID Bare Minerals, and it's Flawless Face. Can you see that? This looks like a powder brush or maybe a blush brush, or I don't know. It's not very good. I use it. It always leaves little hairs on my face. It's not very soft. I don't know why I have this. I don't know how much I paid for it. I don't know where I got it. I don't know why I have it. Yes. But apparently someone was like, oh yeah, you need this, probably. The other one from the same company, ID Bare Essentials. Yes. Essentials spelled like pharmaceuticals? I don't know. Anyway. Essentials, Bare Essentials, ID, whatever. This is called Light Stroke. I don't know why, but it is. It's called Light Stroke. And this is a much, oops, let me put the other ones down. This is a much softer brush than this blush or powder brush, whatever it's supposed to be. This is much softer. I've actually started using, since I started using makeup, I did everything when I started using makeup, like a full face. In September, I started using a sponge, beauty blender knockoff, because I wasn't paying $20 for a sponge. But since I've moved to brushes, and so this, I now use this to sort of do my under eye contour. And I really like it for that, under eye contour, and then put that on the lid. Or some sort of eye base on the lid, because I just discussed how I don't know which one I really like or need or do. Anywho, this I like. I think early on I was trying to apply eyeshadow to this, and it's just too big for that. It's like, it covers, I have hooded eyes, and so it like covers way too much. Put my glasses back on so I know what I'm doing. So 2 of the brushes, and then this was the 3rd brush, and this is by Bobbi Brown Essentials. Essentials spelled like normal people spell essentials. And it's called Shader 4. It is a big blunt, sort of, I'm going to put these 2 down. A big blunt. It's soft. You might be able to see some of the makeup coming off of it now. I'm not quite sure. An eye shader, it's again so huge it would cover my whole eye. Would put on way too much product. But I have this. Apparently I got it from Bobbi Brown. I've had some Bobbi Brown things before. I don't remember where I got this, where I bought it, why I bought it, what I was told I could do with it, because I'm fairly certain this was a really expensive brush because it's Bobbi Brown. And so that's, oh, one more thing. So that's it for the random makeup. And then we have the thing that before September, this is pretty much the only cosmetic I was using. It is the Sheer Moisture Lip Tint in Adorn by Mineral Fusion that I bought at Whole Foods, or there's a store in Austin. I'm in Austin. There's a store in Austin called Wheatsville, which is like a natural food store. They also sell it. This tinted lip balm is in Adorn, always in Adorn. It's probably the one item of makeup I've worn, not probably, is the one item of makeup I've worn more than any other makeup for at least 2 years. The past 2 years, I was just not like whatever, I don't care. We're all gonna die in a pail of whatever's coming down. So this is what I wear all the time, and I still wear it all the time. If my lips are feeling dry, I don't even think about it if I put on like some other lipstick, like lip liner and like some, you know, nude lipstick in between, and it's all like subtle or whatever, and I feel my lips get dry at work, and I just go into my bag, grab it, and put it on. And it looks nice. I still really like it. It makes my lips feel good and moist. It's not sticky. I can't tell you how many of these I've bought in the past. I figured about 2 years. I've had it for longer than I've been using it for longer than 2 years, but it's been kind of the only thing I've used in the past 2 years. So this is what I had when I started. This is pretty much what I had in, oops, I have the cheat in there. This is what I had in September of 2018. This was my makeup, absent whatever random mascara I happened to pick up in a grocery store. And so, random things to work with, so I never put it all together. You might notice I have no eyeshadows, I have no blushes, I have a highlighter, I have something that I could wear as a foundation, but I really, like, I didn't know about the whole sponge thing then, and I didn't know about the whole, you know, brushes to apply foundation. And so I never tried to apply the Fenty stick in Cocoa. I never tried to apply it with my fingers or concealer or whatever. I just never tried to do any of those things. Because basically I didn't know how. And then the wonders of YouTube. YouTube is awesome. YouTube is awesome. I would not be doing makeup if it weren't for YouTube. So my first video and this video, I'm not really wearing any makeup other than the makeup I put on. I'm probably not going to be doing any tutorials because I don't really know what I'm doing, but I want to talk about makeup. And I might throw in some books as well because I'm a big reader, so I might throw in some books as well. I'll probably throw in some books. I will be throwing in some books, so you'll be hearing about books. You'll be hearing about books, and I'll be talking about makeup and some of the things I understand, some of the things that work well for me, some of the things I've gotten since I started accumulating huge amounts of makeup. Wait, let me back up. For me, huge amounts of makeup. A lot of it's ColourPop, a lot of it is drugstore, because I don't want to spend a ton of money on something that I feel like in 6 more months, I'm going to be like, you know what, I'm back to this, and I'm back to only wearing this, and I'm okay with it. This is just kind of an experiment in color, I think. One of the things that So, I have no idea if this makes any sense, if anyone will see this, but if you are watching, please subscribe. This is not the subscribe button. This is my outlet. Ooh, that might be a better. Oh yeah, I should have done that. Oh, sorry. This lighting is much better. It's not as much light, but I think it's a truer tone. So next time, maybe I'll get something to cover this up because it's just kind of hanging out here. But this is the best blank. Yeah, I've got like a shadow there. But this is the best blank space for me to film against. And this is, and I'm using only natural light. So, you know, when I get ready in the morning, I'm usually in my bathroom, also where I store my makeup, also where I understand is the wrong place to store your makeup, in a warm, humid place. It should be in a cool, dry place, but whoopsie daisy, that's where I have it right now. But this is natural light, and usually when I'm putting on my makeup in the bathroom that does not have natural light and does not have great lighting, I'll put something on and I'll go, does that look good or do I look like a clown? And then I come out and I go to my window and go into the natural light and see what it looks like. And sometimes I do look like a clown and I have to make adjustments. And sometimes it looks way better than I thought it would look. And usually I'm just in a bra when I do this. And so the other day, a man who I see walk his dog every day waved at me. So there's that. So if you like this video, subscribe, like it, like officially like it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.